has been put in place. He's been moved across from the offside, so we've only got one slip and a gully. Again, Duckett is just able to dink it offside. That would have gone straight to cover point, and he would have been staying in the sights of the bowler. As it is, he's taken his glove off at the non-striker's end, and the scoreboard rotates. Don't think Sri Lanka can afford to give these easy singles. Edge and away for 4. Only one slip to complement the one gully. Bit of a Q end, I feel, from Dan Lawrence. He's got his first boundary.
Not a particularly convincing shot off that wide line. We talked about players who are much more fluent leg side than off. What openers who are in that category normally do is then have very good judgment and leave the ball well outside the off stump. Lawrence not prepared to leave the ball at the moment.
Well, it's not a great delivery again from Vishwa Fernando. That's a better line. Let's have a look at how Dan Lawrence was dismissed in the first innings. Again, it was that outside off stump line. Bit of an open face through to the keeper. He was livid with himself. See that back face slightly open. So that's the line that Vishwa will be trying to hold till he can get the lacquer off the ball, perhaps, and swing it. There. 18 for none.
Every victory is born of defeat.
Hey guys, welcome to the stream.
Moments that beg you to give up. But you push on.
Okay, we got this.
Relentlessly. Always moving forward. Because the game only ends
if you let it.
Reach your impossible. Lenovo Legion.
The weather forecast today for the rest of the day is set fair here in Manchester, so we can play until 7:30 local time, and if there's a chance of a result, add a little bit more on top of that. That's a long way off yet. England still need 187. Sri Lanka, of course, the 10 wickets. Duckett was sort of caught by the keeper down the leg side. They've actually now put in a leg slip. So gully, normal slip, leg slip.
Yeah, it's a bit more than that on the leg side, actually. When you look at, they've got that, the leg slip that you mentioned, they've got a fine leg. They've got a deep square leg, catcher at mid-wicket and mid-on. So 5 on the leg side. So you're going to have to bowl pretty straight here at Duckett. They know Duckett's strength, and it can be a weakness from time to time, is width outside the off stump. So they've set a leg side field, and they're going to try and cramp him for room.
Like that. Exactly what they're trying to do, as Michael explained.
And partly because of that, Duckett got out in the first innings to the same bowl. That's either Fernando, who found some late in-swing. Duckett fell across the line of the ball. You can see how far his head was outside the line of off-stump. And LBW the consequence, and that's what Sri Lanka are looking to do here.
No great pace from Asita Fernando. A lot of skill, but no great pace. Lawrence standing outside of his crease. He's just going to retake his guard as he does so. And change in the offside field. Slip gully, mid-off, extra cover. And then a quite close in fielder just in front of square on the offside. Third man.
Stands very still now, Dan Lawrence, at the point of release. He used to have a bigger, what people call trigger movement, which is that pre-movement that a lot of batters, most batters actually, have before or as the ball is bowled. And Lawrence stands very still now. Nick Compton used to be a bit like that, another former England player who stood very still at the point of release.
Strong there. There'll be a couple.
So you see a lot of batters either just slightly press forward or go maybe a little bit back and across. There have been many players who've stood still and done well, particularly against quicker bowlers, and this is 83 miles an hour. It's not that quick by test match terms, but when you're getting up to 90, the players just like to give themselves a bit of a head start.
Tendulkar stood pretty still, didn't he?
Yeah, maybe just a slight forward
Slight
press.
push. Yeah. Following in front. Oh, Butcher says behind him. 21 without loss.
15 lakh स्कैम है यार ब्लॉक कर
Scammers से बचने का best resort. Just block and report. Message privately with multiple layers of protection. WhatsApp.
अब Burger King में मिले 2 new BK Pizza Puff at just ₹59, 2 crispy veg burgers at just ₹79, and 2 crispy chicken burgers at just ₹99. क्योंकि पेट भरेगा, नियत नहीं. See you at Burger King.
And Bashir, we don't know if Wood will bat actually. We knew he wouldn't field or bowl, but he's got this leg injury. But if they get down to needing a couple, he'll be pushed out the door, that's for sure. Prabhath Jayasuriya. 3 for 85 from 31 overs in the first innings. He gets a very early bowl with this Duke's ball. Lanka will still be on it. Put on the cricket ball to protect the leather a little bit to start with. It's only had 4 overs of action. Got that thumb heavily strapped. Slip and a leg gully. See how quickly we get to the point where Duckett gets into the sweeps. If he reverse sweeps, they've got a deep point. 15 yards behind square. Sweep, slog, long on, and a normal sweep, man. There is the reverse. And he's hit that hard, slow outfield. 4 though.
Well, he's got many options on that shot. Both the orthodox sweep and the reverse sweep. He can hit it and nudge them fine, whack them hard, and he's going for the hard hit there. He's got a head start in getting down low into the sweep position.
I've got no idea what you're talking about. sure you and your glass back would have got into such a position. Round the wicket. Reverse sweep again. It was close to the glove. Might have been forearm. Didn't carry anyway.
So for the spinner, I think the key is just varying your pace. When somebody is so keen to sweep, orthodox or reverse, vary that pace. Keep him guessing.
That just hit the Q end of the bat. There's the noise. A little puff of something. It's the back of the bat. Down the ground. That's a beautiful strike from Dan Lawrence. Stands and admires it, and admire it he should.
Well, Shoaib Bashir knows all about this, because earlier in the season Dan Lawrence took him for 30 and plenty, 30 something in an over, with shots like this. Just lovely swing of the bat. 38 in the over, Benedict is reminding me. Some fantastic shots, all reminiscent of that.
Good over for England, 12 runs from it, 33 without loss. They need 172 more.
Every victory is born of defeat.
Hey guys, welcome to the stream.
Moments that beg you to give up.
Behind me.
But you push on.
Okay, we got this.
Relentlessly. Always moving forward. Because the game only ends.
If you let it.
Reach your impossible. Lenovo Legion.
Well, it should come as no surprise that England have started at a gallop. 205 runs to win at the start has been reduced to 172 in just 5 overs. Duckett and Lawrence looking to be aggressive. A lot of spin there for Jayasuriya. But then there wasn't very much in the first innings, barring a couple of the best deliveries you'll see.
Yeah, agreed. That's going to be the problem. If the fast bowlers really don't pry out wickets with that new ball, it's going to get more difficult, as we've seen. Lanka wears off, it swings a little bit more for just a tad bit longer and then stops. And the spinner, Bashir, didn't get much for his efforts. But he will have to start turning the ball.
Well, he's looked a little bit unsure. On and outside his off stump, Dan Lawrence. Certainly no uncertainty with the 6 down the ground off Jayasuriya. Just feeling for it, quite sure where his off stump is.
And I think Asita Fernandez bowled really well in both innings. He's got some zip. His seam position is really good. He gets the ball to move quite late. And that probing line in the channel really puts a lot of doubt in any batter's mind. But overall, Dan Lawrence has looked the part.
gone, got him. That one just nips away from Ben Duckett. Duckett was expecting the ball to swing back in towards his pads and the stumps, and it just held as Seetha has the breakthrough.
Yeah, just a brilliant delivery. We've seen that zip and nip from Asita, and you're absolutely right, Mark Butcher. It seemed to swing in, got the left-hander playing the line and just nipped away. That's brilliant bowling. Very good catching from Kusal Mendis standing in for Dinesh Chandimal. And a very important wicket. Can Sri Lanka make this count, pry out a couple more, and make a game of this? Ben Duckett gone for 11, 34 for 1 England.
Chef, is the gravy ready?
Yes, chef.
In 2 minutes, our number table order horagirbeku. Yes, chef.
माँ इतने तक कुछ समझ ही नहीं हो रहा।
जब तेरे हाथ का खाना खा लेंगे ना, सब आसान हो जाना है।
वे अख खोल दुनिया है गोल गोल गोल, जितने तू दुनिया को बोल मिठे बोल, मन तू असल नहीं हो मन तू नकल।
England captain, Ollie Pope. Made 100 only a couple of test matches ago at Trent Bridge. And he's out there because of this fine piece of bowling from Asita. Just the ball starting to arc back in. Duckett opens up the front pad, trying to keep the pad out of the way from that in-swinger, and it just nips away from him. Beauty. And Kusal Mendis takes another good catch behind the stumps, albeit that the first one was rightly scrubbed out. Seetha wanting to be straight at Pope, just loses control of the two deliveries at the England skipper. 34 for 1.
Every victory is born of defeat.
Hey guys, welcome to the stream.
Moments that beg you to give up. But you push on.
Okay, we got this.
Relentlessly. Always moving forward. Because the game only ends
if you let it.
Reach your impossible. Lenovo Legion.
About Jayasuriya shipped 12 runs in his first over. Lawrence banged him handsomely back down the ground for 6. Duckett has been removed though. The nightmare of the reverse sweep has gone.
Is there enough movement still to push a fast bowler from the Statham end? Had a chat to Prabhat Jayasuriya and asked him why he bowled a lot of overs from this, and he said that all the fast bowlers wanted to bowl from the Jimmy Anderson end.
Yeah, I guess that's fair enough, although in a situation like this you have to do what the team needs, don't you? And Prabhat, who has that very square seam as it goes down, the ball quite often hitting the shiny side, will actually be ungripped a little. Will actually be damaging the ball for the seam bowlers whilst it's hard. And although you want to get the lacquer off, you don't want to be chipping bits out of the shiny side.
And the seam just held, and also the shine is on the inside. So if he does bowl it, the chance, if the seam is not perfect, the shiny side keeps hitting the pitch, scuffs it up. They really need to a lot of work maintaining the shine on the ball.
drag that one down. And Pope will pick up 2. A long way out there, throwing back into the wind. They might take on 3, and they do. Perhaps somebody should have gone with him for a relay throw. But good hustle from England.
Yeah, good hustle. Also indiscipline. New batter in. Asita Fernando struggled to bowl at the stumps as soon as Pope came in. He just picked up a wicket, and again from the spinner, trying to bowl a little bit quicker and flatter, looking for an LBW, bowled and bowling short. So Pope has got a free look at quite a few deliveries without really having to decide anything much.
That's nicely played by Dan Lawrence. Just relax the bottom hand, open the face a little, nudged it into that inviting gap on the offside. Nice this, Kumar. Subcontinental style.
Very good, isn't it? Open up the face at the last minute, use your hands, work it into the gap. That's really good batting as the over ends. 39 for 1. It's something a lot of the England batters used to do. It's not a usual thing.
No, for a lot of us, it took us a while to cotton on, or at least get good.
Every victory is born of defeat.
Hey guys, welcome to the stream.
Moments that beg you to give up. But you push on.
Okay, we got this.
Relentlessly. Always moving forward. Because the game only ends
if you let it.
Reach your impossible. Lenovo Legion.
Heaviness of the ground, that may well have taken its toll on Mark Wood and the other England seam bowlers as well.
I think Sri Lanka could have really pushed the fast bowlers up to about 12 overs of seam. From both ends, left armour, Milan Ratnayaka, all of them searching for wickets. Prabhat Jasra's job is going to be, yes, try and get a wicket if the pitch helps you, but it's more holding role as long as the ball keeps swinging. As we've seen, the longer the spell goes on, the swing doesn't really accentuate and then dies completely. Give the fast bowlers a good look in.
Raucous in the crowd today. Manchester United just finished. I think they got beat 2-1 down at Brighton. A bit of boisterousness has broken out in the permanent temporary stand. The buys. On the other side of the city, Manchester City 3-1 up.
Interesting, Brighton. I think they were predicting a really good season this time around and predicting beating a lot of the top sides in terms of how they set up. A lot of analytics in Brighton. Tony Bloom, Jamestown Analytics work very closely. It's interesting to see that they've really been on the up and up, haven't they?
Are they involved in the cricket world as well, or not?
I'm not really sure, Mark, but they have a great reputation.
It's well bowled and well repelled by Lawrence as well. Nice square bat face. He's just getting it to move a little bit still, which kind of feeds into Kumar's point about having a bit of support seam-wise at the Brian Statham end as well. But Vishwa bowled a rather uninspiring 2 overs at the top. None for 16 got England going. Maybe it's a lack of trust from Dhananjaya, as well as the bowlers preferring to bowl from the James Anderson end. Well bowled, almost turned him around. Good from Asita. 164 to win, 41 for 1.
इस मिट्टी पे घर पापा सब बेटा घर जिंदगी में एक ही बार बनता है भरोसा रखिए घर मजबूत ही बनेगा
एक है मौका इसमें सब लगाऊंगा अपने इरादों से मजबूत एक घर बनाऊंगा
भिजवाना सिर्फ अल्ट्राटेक ही क्यों आप ही ने तो कहा था कि घर जिंदगी में सिर्फ एक ही बार बनता है
घर एक मौका एक इसलिए सीमेंट भी देश का नंबर 1 अल्ट्राटेक इंडियाज नंबर 1 सीमेंट
Thinking to be done here by the Sri Lankan captain. He has a 100% record in the 3 matches that he's been in charge of. But we both up here in the commentary box feel that it should be seen from the Statham end, which is not to say that Jayasuriya can't produce another one of those magic deliveries out of nothing. But at the moment, he's bowled 2 overs for 17, and he's one of